Christmas greetings to all of you. I bring you a gift. I want to send each one of you and your families my greetings, blessings, and best wishes this season of Christmas time, and I ask God's grace to be with you as you celebrate. Recently, I have read a wonderful account of St. Francis and his going out among the people. And during his travels, he would always greet people by saying, "Good morning, good people. Good evening, good people." And I was very fascinated by this, wonder what people thought when he would make such a greeting. Well, that's how I want to greet you today. Good people of the Diocese of the Rio Grande, good people listening in. We have been given a great gift by God in Jesus Christ. In Jesus Christ, we experience the goodness and love of God, the light and life of God. We experience the new beginnings, if you will, of each and every new day, in which together, as the family of God, we celebrate life. When I was a child, my family had a wonderful ritual, and that was on Christmas Eve. We would all gather at either my aunt's home or my uncle's home, or we would go to my parents' home. And first, we would have a big meal. Of course, Italians love to eat, and we had a big fish meal on Christmas Eve, in which we all remembered it was the fasting moment before the great celebration of Christmas Day. At 12 o'clock, we would leave the tables and we would go downstairs to the Christmas tree, and we would all kneel around it, and we would begin singing Christmas hymns. Then the baby Jesus was brought from the creche, which was always at the base of the tree, and given to the youngest child. And the youngest child then would be led by one of the adults around the house, and we would sing Christmas carols. Return to the tree, say an Our Father and Hail Mary, and then as a family greet each other and exchange our gifts. It is a wonderful and good memory I have as a child, one in which every Christmas, as I'm drawn to the nativity scene, I think of the great gift that we have been given by God as a family. Our families are very important. And notice on that night in Bethlehem, there was that small family of Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus, but there was a cosmic family that was brought into being, the angels in the heavens, and the shepherds in the field, and the animals in the stable. The family of God, the whole creation of God, had come together to celebrate the gift of grace in Jesus Christ, the gift of God Himself given to us. I think about the global family these days as we celebrate this Christmas, a global family that is in great distress at the moment. On the international scene, there are still wars, there is still violence. ISIS and terrorism still raise their ugly heads. In different parts of the world, people are suffering. There is hunger, there is displacement. We're brought to mind of the broken immigration system that we have in this country, of people displaced, separated as families. We're brought to mind of the violence that still exists, the gun violence, of racism, of sexism, of all those isms, if you will, that divide us and negate that we are of one blood, that we are born of one and only God. I think of that this Christmas, but pray that each person, as we celebrate the birth of Christ, recognize the goodness which is in us, the goodness which has been given to us in and through Jesus, the Savior of the world. The Christmas message is that God is with us, that God's goal is always union. This is one of the things Richard Rohr likes to say, that God's goal is always union. It is bringing those fractured places together, those fractured people together into one body, one family, the creation of God. Polidasi, who was one of his colleagues, likes to say that God comes disguised as our life. God comes disguised as our life. What a gift this is for us to behold and to accept. Our blessing, my dear people, is our creation. And in the birth of Jesus, we are reminded of that wonderful creation of life, that creation of goodness that is in us, that creation of blessing that God bestows upon us as one family. If nothing else, we are reminded by medical science that our DNA histories and our ancestries travel long miles through the ages, that in fact we are of one blood, we are of one creation, we are of one family. This is the gift I bring to you this Christmas, calling upon you to remember the blessing of family, the family you have that surrounds you, the family and friends, and those who come close to see in you the goodness of God, the light of Christ, the blessing of Jesus. Merry Christmas to all of you. May God bless you and those you love. And I wish you also this goodness and love in the new year. Blessings all.